Hi everyone, this is audap. We're continuing our game of Final Fantasy 14 online. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. I appreciate the teachings of Azema. Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake in the honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Huh, another refugee, by the look of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Quite a knack for being a nuisance, me Samurai. The camp is abuzz with talk of a newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract a wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities should not reach to that place, rather ideal for spirited away hapless souls. Let us go there, and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Yamrai. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our query to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nathald. I have come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, August. Well, how did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Malja raids began. They would appear as sudden as a sandstorm and plunder the village at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Malja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule of crystal shipments from the Nawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted to bring me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amaja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja paid me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for this mess the world is in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Oh, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time to learn the truth. Oh. Yamrai, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. I guess it's a better idea to set your home point in Ulda. these two separate entrances. Welcome back, Miamurai. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amanja know the answer. Suffice to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eosia. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to the Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him to use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Predict that the Seance of the Zevton has some use of mission he wishes you to share. Hail there, adventurer. I'm Niedric Ironheart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in the corner of Eastern Thanalan lies Halatal, and it is there that you will find the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built from some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid it to ruin, though, as it did most things. Now Halatal is a shadow of its former self. But from the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, bloodthirsty and beyond count. One such as yourself, I dare say there's no finer place than Halatali to test your skill and refine your skill. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the Flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with Fajarni near the entry. Take a little shortcut, shall we? it is the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled, and... Bah! You have not come all this way to learn his lesson in history. Shh, listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor the rumbling of the doing of any shadows. They are the calls of Halatali. Now the beasts once kept for the Colosseum lurk here. These are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Meowmarai. Aye, I received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I pray you are only able to find your way out. Oh, then if there's no need, forget it. Just curious what it was, that's all. Who is up under? Come to tentering of Mutamix public policy. Fighty Tool drinks an airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. The materia join with other Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Kishoka, Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minophilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minophilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Well, Fighting Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good Teachy show for a power of materia. Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighting Tool, yes? Shoko, materia joined with Fighting Tool. Fighting Tool gains power of materia. Fighting Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighting Tool to Minophilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by reducing equipment into its etheric constituents and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. You must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been endued with its own spirit, owner spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, ye endue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from Summit, as would have struggled to cut steak, into a weapon worth wielding. Sure, Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowledge of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. The last couple of missions have been nothing but running back and forth. No fighting, no nothing. Pray tell, have you brought my orange juice? Lest you have forgotten, the merchant who sells can be found just inside the northern gate. That's what we called her. So. Phew, that's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color into your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants which allow folk to dye their outfits a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer the change in appearance. Change for the better. It should also gladden you to know that the garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there's no fear of getting locked into one color. The garish pink that seems like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. All that is you need to know about that is all that is you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and bring some color to your life. Dyeing. When able to dye items, to dye a piece of gear, you must first have a proper colorant. Colors can be crafted or purchased in stores. Once you have the proper colorant, dyeing an item is as easy as selecting the dye icon from the Actions and Traits interface. There's no limit to how many times an item can be dyed. Dye can also be removed by using the item called Terabit. Similarly, if you wish to paint a housing fixture or furnishing, you can also do so by selecting Dye by accessing Housing within the social menu. Alternatively, furnishings can also be painted when selected from the inventory. Back, Miamrai. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Miamurai, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Word has arrived that from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Miamurai. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Sion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he made me tell you, save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Yumram Nyamadur of the Seons. Thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing the clandestine nature of the mission, we can employ only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we request the aid of the Seons. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja Plateau. If the mission succeeds, Miyamorai, let's make sure it does. Bait in place. Our man is in position, sir. Good. Make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immoral flameless clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Solo. Party for some of these things. Put your weapon. Put up your weapon and your comment, a dead man. Behind you. Oh, thank you again. Great. Bring him. The rest of you, march. Treacherous scum. fate of the Amaja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, let me die as a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Listen well, the waters feed into the marshes of Drybone. A short swim will send us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are likely to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have one free, seek out our comrade stationed in Drybone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way. Am I not supposed to do this? They're going to kill us, aren't they? Gods, I don't want to die. I want to go home. The Lisbon marched us into their stronghold. They're preparing for something, and I, for one, do not want to be around when they finish. Stay in here, do stuff. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flames and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Ugh. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg of you. Pitiful children of man. But my breath I claim you. Upon my breath I claim you. Arise once more as loyal minions. Feed my flames with your flames, and all who stand against us shall burn. Mighty Ifrit. My one true God. No words on my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery did you resist my master's will? He? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. Forsooth, with thy frail mortal flame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another weapon upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxed clear. Thou art the goddess's blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Pray forgive my lateness. I was led by a congregation of Madra zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. This isn't a lot. Phew. I see the Bloodthorn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than unexpected when the Flame General's handpicked them in. As for these two, it's fair to say their hardships have only begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, ma'am. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Dragon, shall we? This way, sir! That was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking all the interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left behind by the Villith Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely on. The pessimist, my dear Olivia. Ever the pessimist, my dear Olivia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find I am troubled by that adventure's unexpected show of strength. Could a foe prove such a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps. That is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, you are a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. There you are, Nyamra. Come, rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amazja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Oh yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I rather feel like to be of any use, to you or the adventurers. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. Once a man is tempted. It ill suits me to dwell on negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. This is indeed by no ordinary individual, Nyamra. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talents remains undimmed. And Philia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to the mission. You, meanwhile, have earned a rest. Take some time to relax and return to walking sand when you are good and ready. Then we can discuss matters in more detail. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems will solve themselves. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Tancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Myanmar his life. I wasn't there when the Amelia took him prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I am failing you all. Well done, Tancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Yamarai, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Tancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long conversation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Alda. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa, Laminsa, and in Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout the creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require more concentrated source of aether, crystals. It is for this reason the incidents involved crystals can be traced back to the primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of the aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon to which the primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the physical being's form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. You do this by tempting mortals, a process in which you yourself were subjugated. Yet even as Ifrit took your commands in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. Ah, the Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a while. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Yamrai. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempted abductress that were rescued. I am sorry to report that they all were put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His existence leads strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. So we Scions will continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you continue to stand with us, Miamurai. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Luosu would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Please. Oh boy, very close to level raise. Until not so very long ago, you were one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in the Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised in the esteemed post of envoy. Therefore, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Thancred and the Scions that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time and won the fame in so doing. Also, alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Miamurai, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Menthelia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Luminsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Mamurai, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of the Eorzea. Each organization will have Inference Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Miamurai's deed spread so quickly, that the Immortal Flame should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master Niamadur. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face the primal and emerge the victor. The Order of Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over Tweleswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Niamadur. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and their dead primal, yours was already a respected name in Ulda. Our people know you and love you well. A man of your talent belongs to the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, our friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ulda. The Admiral was not exaggerated when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often she does speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Luminsa to the shores of glory. Lady Menphilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you knew, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Luminsa, the Order of Twin Adder of Gradania, and the Immortal Flames of Uldu. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked to advance its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best serves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make This day may not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Miyamorai hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answers. I know full well that adventurers are, by their nature, a liberty-loving breed, and not the best suited to do the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you join a grand company nonetheless. The promise of a reward is enticing in itself. It is not the only benefit. You are possessed with great power, Miyamorai, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is not wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining us at one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid, but to know that we will have it in need of these days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch, regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Miyamorai, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but as long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Ugh, so much talking. Just get tired of talking after a while. Like I said, there's no shortage of dialogue, so if you want a fully fleshed out world, this game certainly is fully fleshed out. It's all the kind of little details and mini quests leading up to some greater puzzle. Yeah, pretty cool, really. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Miyamorai. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you to want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Grandia's Grand Company, the Order of Good Matter, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Sister Kandisana will deliver her address at Miiketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that. So make Grandia your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ulda, where the Flame General Robin Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and there's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limso Lominso, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Murwa Bluffswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthale, and he will admit you. Is that all that? Well, off you go. Off you go then. If you find the remembrance services suitably educational, I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order. Though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. This is apostrophe. Anyway, this is on Plus 1 from Final Fantasy 14 Online Stormblood. Slowly making my way through all the content. Not all the content in general, because, yeah, it's way too much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.